Chainlink update for the last week of September going into Q4 next week. Let's get right to it. We'll start off on the weekly, then we're going to zoom out to even the bigger picture, the monthly and even the 3-month chart. So let's get right to it. The weekly chart, we're still slightly hesitant here. We have our yellow zone, the square band here, right? That's our cautionary zone. Hopefully is now the new support, right? Previous resistance, the entire bear market. Work our way back up, come back down and test it eventually. Right, and that's where we are. We're building off of that. We do not want to close anywhere lower. Otherwise, the trouble can start or getting more stuck in the sand, so to speak. However, I think there's signs market-wide that we might be coming out of it sooner than later. Okay, so the green zone, this is where Chainlink can start to turn much more bullish, right? We are looking to flip this to support. It's not enough to close in here. It's not enough to close, have a wick above it. It's not enough to see prices above it. We want to close a weekly candle above $14, ideally. At least $13, right? We got to get back up here, right? Because if you put on closing prices, you can see this is the definitive level. Swing low support, slipped a little bit, got under it, come back up, and that was, now we're trapped down here. Between a rock and a hard place, so to speak, right? So we want to maintain not only the yellow as support, but we need to get out of here. And if we're going to get something going, right, the first signs would be starting to close around that $13, $14 level. Then we might see another line way the hell up here. What the hell is that? Around the $20 mark. And this will be more evident on the monthly. But first things first, let's put it back to regular chart. Let's check in our Gaussian channel in the weekly. Still good. We haven't closed outside the lower Gaussian channel. Good sign, even though we are in the lower part, which is by definition a little bit more bearish, which is why prices are kind of stuck here, right? That's why. Okay, so we need to get out of that. And guess what? When we start to flip this zone to support, what else happens? We get in the upper part of the Gaussian channel, which by definition, you start to turn more bullish there. And not only that, you would be above all of our moving averages. Again, that's like win-win. Okay, that's what we need to do. That's our main focus for Chainlink. Get above $13, $14 level. Ideally 14. Just giving you 13 just so you can have something to hold on to. It's really 14. We need to get back above that. You can see that right here, right? Okay, what else? Let's go out to the bigger picture. How about that? Let's go to the monthly. And now we can see this yellow line right here, right? Previous closes. Let's put on closing price. Highest close. Above 20, we've only had one bounce when we got above 20 and held it, right? That was it right there, one time. Previous low support is new high resistance. We start to see some big fireworks if we can get this level taken out, right? We're looking for just a simple close above this high candle. Closed at 1917, is that our high? 1928, we'll go with that. Great year. So we look at our first test of 20, broke through it, came back, held it as support, victim of the end of the last cycle, right? And then nuke it down, and now new cycle, baby steps. We're just our first wave up out of the bear cycle sideways, step up one, retest, higher low, right? That's all little simple signs, higher low somewhere in here. Here's our first high. When we come up again, we make another high. Then we're off to the races, right? Then our focus is all-time highs here, like $30, $38, right? This will be our next zone. These will be fun videos to make when we do that, right? So that's what we're looking forward to. Now, we don't really need the Gaussian channel on these higher time frames per se. So you can also see this key level around that $14 mark would really start to knock on the door of our initial wave higher low closes, right? So there's a lot of pivotal things that start to happen above 14. Get us back above all monthly moving averages. That is massive as well. Big things start to happen right in here. So let's watch it. Fingers crossed for that in 7 days come October 1st. We'll make an update for sure. Let's go look at the 3-month chart. We don't look at this very often, but macro perspective, like here's the first cycle for Chainlink had a pretty good run. From a low of cents, 13 cents, 12 cents, all the way to, $56. I think that's a pretty solid run. Bear market, sideways trend, So wave 1, starting the new cycle, right? We're just back testing. We back tested the 21 EMA, the yellow line where we, in the bear market, held as resistance. Look at that. Zoom in here a little bit, right? No, in the bear market, no closes above the 21. In a bull market, now, we went down and tested it. Not likely to close any below the 21 EMA. That's it, right at $10. So closing prices, not likely to close back in the single digits. Been saying that for, I think, years now, seemingly. Monthly chart hasn't even closed in the single digits again, right? We closed at $11 last month. Right now, we're hopefully going to close above that. And then, off to the races again in the not-so-distant future. Good move up. And it's looking absolutely normal, right? This is what we're doing, right? Bear market, sideways, start of the run, baby steps, right? Bulls climb up the stairs, bears jump out the window, right? Here's said window. Here's little baby stairs, right? This is what we're looking at. So our new, highs are focused on $30 level, right? That's our highest 3-month close candle ever. We've never really closed above $30 even, right? You see that 1940? So Chainlink has never even closed a quarterly candle above 30. I like that our first initial move up got us to knocking on the door of 20, right? That's pretty solid if that was our first move, right? So what could our projections be for Chainlink this run? If you're watching this long, I know a lot of you like projections. Let's see what we could absolutely, would love. I know is a lot of you would love this 1618 target of 230. Do I think that's likely? Probably not, given the fact that we went from 5 to 20, right? Not a whole lot there, and I think we're unlikely to. Let's just do the rough math here, right? Let's do the measured move, and we're looking at a over a 20x to 230. Not impossible. It could happen. It could catch a Solana fire, right? Something like that. So there is the 1618, but what about a more realistic approach? Okay, for the realistic people, if 230 sounds a little bit insane to you at this juncture, okay, let's look at this current peak high to low. Right now, look at the 1618. That would get us to 43. You might say, well, 43 is not a whole lot what I was hoping for. Well, how about 123? That's a little bit better than 230, isn't it? So we have the 1618 at 43, still gets us well into, range highs and, flirting with all-time highs. And then we have the 2618 at 123. So those are going to be nice little key levels when we get to them. If we certainly break the 100 mark this cycle, which we could do, certainly, we want to be paying attention just anywhere above there. Certainly if things are looking frothy and everyone and your grandmother's asking you how to buy Chainlink, and prices are at 120, you can tell her you can have yours for a discount, right? We want to be paying attention to those kind of signals when and if we get to these key levels, the 1618, the 2618, not only Chainlink, Bitcoin, any other altcoins, right? All that sentiment, but just FYI, now that we have a low established, hopefully we don't go lower than $8 for Chainlink, even with a wick. There's a nice new forecast on the Fibonacci extension. All right, hopefully you found this video helpful. Let me know what you want to see more of in the comments. Let's get to our quote of the day. I often quote myself. It leads to fights in my conversations. It's pretty funny. Car of the day. How about the new, maybe never coming out Tesla Roadster? I happen to have the model there. If you've never seen the model, there you go. And actually, roof comes off for the win. White seats. You'd think they get dirty, but I mean, if you're riding in a $300,000 supercar, you better not be dirty in mine. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching this long. If you have 57 gold stars, we'll see you right back here on the next video.